Hello. All right. So we got NXT tonight. Kind of excited. Are you excited? Takeovers. NXT's next week. Takeovers next week. So this is the last NXT show before Takeover. Yes. And the show is starting now. Yes. All right. So let's see what happens. Yep. Ooh, we got Walter against Ciampa too? I thought that was this week. Apparently no. It's at Stand and Deliver. Huh. Huh. Who, people? Who? Who? The unsanctioned Cole O'Reilly match. Uh-huh. How about?
Hi. I keep forgetting I have this on.
Hi, you.
What?
Hold on.
Am I low?
Come on. Are you speaking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't tell if I couldn't hear you because your volume wasn't up or because my wrestling was so loud, but I wasn't hearing you.
I'm like, yes.
That's why I'm like, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm tired today.
Good. You too.
Super tired.
Me too. It's Wednesday.
It is.
Thank goodness. It's hump day, Sheena. It's hump day.
Oh, is that what you're doing today?
No.
Lucky girl.
No. I'm eating Tony's Ilio-like pizza.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think Bree's coming to show you something. You tell her.
Doris, I got to open 2 gifts.
You did?
Yeah.
And what were the gifts for?
My birthday.
When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, too, because you're going out for dumplings, right?
No, we're ordering
staying
them.
in for dumplings, yeah.
Oh.
But I got this
Oh, that's cute.
fitness band.
Nice.
And then this face mask from China.
Nice. Hello, Wrestling Forever. Jet Wash, what's up?
Bye.
How is everybody? Jet Wash, Wrestling Forever.
Maybe I should put the chat on.
Maybe.
I had 16 gummies, so I'm going to warn you now.
I can understand now why you're so tired.
No, I was tired before that.
Oh.
I've been tired all day.
I don't know, Jet Wash. I sent him a link. I did talk to him earlier today. He didn't say anything about missing the stream. He may have fallen asleep. I don't know.
There we go.
So we will see. Maybe he's just running late. But yep.
I have to make sure I don't hit any buttons on this freaking computer because Brennan has this work open and I'm probably going to fuck it up if I X out of anything. Then he'll really hate me.
Don't be messing up Brennan's computer.
Thank you, Jet Wash. I like this show better too, actually. We make our own cash. We don't need extra.
So at some point, I promised Joseph I would wait till he got in here.
Okay.
But I have an announcement to make that I'm very excited about.
You're having a baby. Yes.
No.
I will take it. Just kidding.
Would you really want a little Jimmy running around? Be serious.
I'm serious that I didn't want the two I have running around. Honestly. Well, wait, no. I didn't want Brennan. And when I had Brennan, I said, well, Brennan needs a friend forever, so I'll have Brianna, and now they hate each other forever. So,
of course, they're brother and sister.
I know, I hate that.
That's what they're supposed to at that age. Hey, Kathy.
Hello, Kathy. Joe, I should hope not.
And it's all right because he already knows the announcement I'm making. Because I was really excited when I found out.
Your dog's having babies.
No, my dog's not having babies. And neither is Thomas.
Oh. Well, I don't want... I'm good with cats. So good with cats. No. Listen, I'm going to go get pictures of my freaking cat that was the best cat in the world. And I think that this is why I hate cats. Because no cat is going to ever be like him. So I just hate them all. Hold on. I'm going to go get my fatty.
Kathy, how are you? Don't mind me. I'm just kind of snacking. Not really snacking. This is actually kind of my dinner, but... And I can already guess. I know Wrestling Forever will be excited about my announcement. Joseph, I think, will be excited about my announcement. Sheena, I think, will be excited about my announcement. Jet Wash, you might be.
Look at.
Oh,
This is my best friend in the whole fucking world.
oh, cute.
Where did he go? There.
Oh.
I had him from when he was like 4 weeks old until he was 17, and I had to put him to sleep.
Oh.
He was in like stage 4 of kidney failure, and stage 4 is the last stage. So I told him, I said, listen, when you're ready to go, you let me know. And he looked at me on my birthday and he's like, I'm ready to go. And I was like, not today. Tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow. And I did.
Wrestling Forever, I did get that job, but I knew that a while ago. That's not in my announcement. This has something to do with the channel.
Oh, with the channel. Great Khali's coming.
Nope, better.
Better. Oh. Drew McIntyre.
Not that good.
Oh. Well, don't say Bobby Lashley. I'm all set with that.
Nope.
So not as good as Drew McIntyre, but better than Great Khali.
Yes.
Are they a wrestler now?
Yes, but not in WWE.
Okay. AEW?
Nope.
Impact.
Nope.
Up to $1 million.
DNA.
That's how much universities pay.
Can you turn that fucking thing down, please?
Because
Yeah.
university, everybody.
Sheena's louder than that. I don't know what you're talking
Why isn't that loud?
about. I said, you're louder than that. I'm trying to hear it.
likes to play in the houses. So they can stay in the houses.
Literally all here is whatever's going on there.
I can't make the vacuum cleaner.
Okay. Oh, back to guessing. Okay. Female or male?
Male.
Male. Okay. Ooh, that's so funny. Wrestling Forever just asked the same thing.
He was mainly in a tag team.
You know, it's funny. I was gonna just say Big Cass.
No.
Yes, Kathy. Wrestling Forever asked if they're a legend.
They're I don't think they've been deemed a legend, and they're not under a legend contract.
I already have it in my room. Plugged in.
Human, Kathy. She said animal, vegetable, or mineral.
Don't tell her nothing.
What do you mean? What is it? Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Love you too.
Yeah, Mom.
Bye. Love you too.
Bye. Love you guys. Be careful.
You're not leaving.
I don't leave.
Oh, okay.
She don't leave the house. She went to school today to get that letter.
Oh, you should read it to her to tell her how good I sound.
No, you should read it to her if you want her to read it. Because I have to sit here and think of this Riddle. Matt Riddle? No, he's in the WWE.
It's long and I'm not good at reading out loud, so you've got to be patient. Are you ready?
See, and I have another hint, but I almost think that if I gave this hint, it would kind of give it away.
All right, she wants to know if you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. To whom it may concern, it is with utmost pleasure that I recommend Brianna, and that says my last name, but that's government information, for a position at your place of employment. Brianna has been a student in my class at North High School for this past school year. Brianna is a student that is always punctual and on task. Brianna strives to achieve her best in all she does. She's very dependable and a hardworking student that will take initiative. She will be someone that you can count on a daily basis to get the job done. Brianna works great with the team and is always willing to lend a helping hand. I have no doubt that Brianna will work hard for your company and will put in full effort. If you have any questions, I would be more than happy to speak with you. And then she signed it.
Oh, that's very nice, Brianna.
So I'm trying to figure out how Not a Great Gamer went to the florist and got sausage and chicken.
It's gamer.
Well, I'm trying to think maybe that's what they call a florist out there, is what we call the meat market.
Maybe. And no Wrestling Forever. It is not Colt Cabana.
Why'd they take away their thing?
It's not Billy Gunn, but I guess it would be somebody similar to his
Road Dogg.
notoriety. No,
Road Dogg.
Road Dogg just had a heart attack. He ain't gonna show up on my. Plus, he's still under contract with WWE, so he wouldn't be able to come.
Oh. When are they coming?
That's the one thing that we haven't ironed out yet is the exact day.
Okay.
They were. Let's see. When did they debut?
Thank you, gamer. Wrestling Forever said Matt Hardy.
No.
No, because she said not AEW.
So they debuted in WWF in 1992.
They had a smashing breakup. That's what she said. Cash said 1989.
Well, according to Wikipedia, Cash, it was 1982. I mean 1992.
1992.
And Cash is right. See, Cash knows who it is. I already told him who it is. They did have a smashing breakup. The tag team did.
1992, a tag team.
Every girl was in love with them.
Shawn Michaels. No, he's
Close.
Marty
Close. Jannetty. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Good for you, Doris.
Yep. He's committed to coming on the show. He just there. So you know Skeeter from the Round Table?
No. Well,
You
maybe.
don't know Skeeter? The funny guy that makes all the voices. He does all the characters.
The Round Table is usually on late, so I'm not on there.
Well, he's not on as often as like the rest of us. But he's the one that got him for me because he knows him.
Nice. That's awesome.
And he's been working on it for like a couple of weeks.
Good
so I didn't want to say anything until Marty actually committed to it.
Yeah.
But Skeeter texted me today and said that he got him to commit to it. They're going to work out the details tonight or early tomorrow. So Skeeter's going to let me know.
Cool.
I'm very excited about it.
Good for you, Doris. That's awesome. Like super awesome.
See, I knew Wrestling Forever would be excited.
Oh, what just happened?
But yeah, and Skeeter said that he's like willing to come up on panel with us and like hang out. And
yes.
So yeah,
that's cool.
Right, Wrestling Forever. So it should happen. He definitely said that he would do it. Like I said, they're just narrowing down the date. It's funny. Skeeter keeps sending me snapshots of their texts back and forth to like so I know it's true.
You're right.
It's so funny. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it's a treat too, Wrestling Forever. But as soon as Skeeter lets me know, I will let you guys know the exact date.
Are those potatoes?
Potatoes. Is Gamer putting potatoes up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's funny. You knew it was Gamer.
Hey, Raleigh, how are you?
See, I didn't know what to call that person. Hi.
We just call him Raleigh because we can't.
Listen, I was sitting here like this for a while because I read it, but I was like, I'm not even. No. So I went into somebody's live on TikTok. It was either today or yesterday, and they said, I'm not saying your name. And I know that they're talking about me because it's balls deep to the dangly thing.
Yeah, Wrestling Forever. That's what I was thinking of doing, of kind of reading the questions for him from the chat. And
Hi, Raleigh.
all the way from the UK, Raleigh said. So we have 2 UK people here. Raleigh, do you go to the woods to find...
Wrestling Forever, we can put you in a timeout if you need be on that day. If you get too out of hand. Actually, I can't because I am the cool person on here without a wrench and I love it. So I can't. Kathy can.
Kathy can, yep.
Yep. Kathy's good at that.
Yes. Gamer, that is a wicked cool background. Someday we might get Kathy back on panel and she can show it off. Kathy was on panel with us over the weekend.
Should have blood dripping from like the axe.
No, it's another one.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yeah.
I think the other one, all I thought was like blood coming from the axe would have been pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Toy Fish Raid.
Hey, Fish.
I go Fish.
Yes, I go to the wood chest, but that's my wobble watching cars. Hey, Toy Man. Thank you, Raiders. Toy Fish Raid.
Woo.
So we got one that goes to the forest to get sausage and chicken, and this one goes to the forest to watch cars.
No, one goes to the florist, not the forest. The florist.
Get the nets, Wrestling Forever said. Catch the fish. Catch the fish, Wrestling Forever.
It's so nice out right now.
It was nice earlier here, but it's supposed to rain soon.
Brianna,
So,
Duncan's for me.
Toy Man on drum kit. Toy Man on drum kit. Toy Man on drum kit. Intro. With a set of drums. Very good, gamer. Go fish piano. Go fish piano. Go fish piano. Intro. So we are on commercial. The first match was just strong against stupid dumbass. The guy can't stand that sold all his Bitcoin or whatever it was and became rich. Doris Jimmy never even asked me to go on a stream. Not that I would. I will stick with my girls. I don't want to talk about women's drugs and cars. I'd like you to do a little collection. Please start going on panels. I found some lovely psychotic stuff online. I'd love to attach your name to. That's very nice of you, Gabe. Very considerate. So we got Tommaso Ciampa, the show when he had his surgery. Go fish. Go fish. Oh, it's Walter talking about Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, I was saying, was the Grimes guy, is that the Bitcoin
Yes.
guy?
Yeah.
I like him for some reason.
I can't stand him, and I like him even less now.
I don't know why. I can't explain it. He's so stupid. All I think is to the moon. We're gonna go to the moon.
Yeah, for some reason I can't stand him.
I don't
like when he first came out. I kind of liked him, and I'm trying to remember. He reminded me of someone, and I think it's because I've seen him. I saw him in like TNA, I think, and he was kind of a different character, and I liked him there. Tommaso facing Walter from UK like me. Yes. And he likes Cameron Grimes too.
I really can't explain why though.
My son helped me get on the round table, so I am not sure if I can do it myself. Captain Jack. And Gamer said, Kathy, figure out how to do it. I know you've been very generous in the community, so I'd like to repay just a little. Oh, that's sweet, Gamer. And she has. She's been very generous in the community and very supportive. So they're unifying all the UK and NXT champions, or at least that's what it seems like they're going to be doing. Are they merging the two?
I don't know, but what I do like is that they have their own girls tag team because there's way too many girls there for it to not.
Yeah,
Way too many. There's a lot. I think the girls are much better there than the guys.
yeah. Cash and I say it all the time that we think, and the girls here seem to take a lot more chances. The guys too, but the girls definitely seem to take a lot more chances than like the main brand girls. I don't know if that has anything to do with Vince and the writers, but have a match at the next pay-per-view. Oh, I'm sure they will, Raleigh. I'm sure that the women's tag team, Shotzi and Ember, will have a match at TakeOver.
I think isn't the thing lifted?
The thing is lifted Wrestling Forever. That's why we got Walter at TakeOver.
Right.
And that's why we got the NXT UK champion here. Apparently, they've lifted some of the travel restrictions in certain parts of the UK. But yes, you're correct. That was why they couldn't come here before, was because of the travel restrictions. But they announced like 2 weeks ago that the travel restrictions for them were lifted. I don't know if it's because they work with the company in the US. Maybe it's like a work basis. I mean, and I don't know either if they're allowed to travel back and forth now that they're here. If they're allowed to go back to the UK, you know what I mean? Or if they have to stay here for a while. Yeah, I hope so, Wrestling Forever.
Yeah.
Because I was actually missing some of the UK wrestlers that were coming here to wrestle.
That would be cool if they merged it all.
Yeah. Because that's what, like, I like the people in the UK, but their shows run so early. Yeah, and it's only an hour long.
Yeah, that's not
So,
enough time.
yeah. You don't get to, like, you see, like, 2 matches maybe, and then.
I think Raw is just a perfect amount of time.
Oh, okay. So Raleigh said he thinks it's because they work in the US, so it's a work basis that they're allowed to travel. That they can't travel like just for shits and giggles until August. Maybe Wrestling Forever.
Oh, that's nice, Gamer.
Well, Gamer, how do you know we don't do the same thing here, but we drink coffee and fuck our cousins?
I don't. I don't do that.
Yeah, Wrestling Forever. And I don't know if they're actually doing that, but it's like they're having the cruiserweight unification. I mean, unless it's just for 205.
There's a lot of fire trucks going by.
We had a fire here in our town this morning.
It's not far either because I can still hear them.
Oh, all right, Cash. Well, like I said before, I'll still send you links, and if you feel up to joining when I stream, you can.
Bye, Cash.
Oh, that's your house? I was almost wondering if it was the TV.
No, it's my house.
Oh. But Cash, yeah, I'm here if you need to talk. Hit me up. But yeah, Raleigh, I like watching Pete Dunne wrestle. Even with him being heel, I like him.
Brennan didn't yell at me.
Ooh.
I'm trying to set up for him to get a tattoo for his birthday. You don't know.
Nice. Does he want one?
Yes.
That's cool.
He wants a cute one, so I'm okay with it. He wants one that I wrote in his card. It says, like, I will love you forever or something, and it says, Mom. That's what he wants.
Aw.
I'm like, okay, let's go.
That's cute. So yeah, we are back on commercial. Yeah, gamer. The waiter doesn't need to know your name. Just so you know. Just so you know, gamer. Saf. I thought Sheena was quiet. Yeah, you were right, Doris. She's not quiet. Hey, Moose Gal, how are ya? How's it going? Can you help me out? Oh, Charlotte Flair, woo! As a sci-fi fan, kind of looking forward to Will Shatner's Hall of Fame introduction. You know, that's kind of what aggravates me. Like, I get that some of these people, like, did contribute, but how many shows has William Shatner really been on? He's been on maybe a handful of shows. And they're going to induct him into the Hall of Fame. It's just silly. But you're right. I mean, kind of excited. I like William Shatner. William Shatner Tilly is going into the Hall of Fame. Yes. Yes. The waiter, gamer, the waiter does not need to know your name. It's a commercial. It's a Allstate commercial. Oh, Geico? Is it Geico? That's what I think, Wrestling Forever. I don't like Willie Shat. So we have Breeze against Ekaba, the UK. I think I'm saying his name wrong, but the NXT lightweight champion. Welcome to the Doris and Tina show. These two girls really do know the ins and outs, how many bouts, who is who, which is old, which is new. Sit back and rest because this is the best. Oh, I know nothing of these American commercials. Raleigh probably is famous in ring segment with Jerry Lawler, who will probably be his inductor. Yeah, Titus does do a lot of charity work. He does a lot of, especially ones involving kids. He's definitely a good influence for kids. Escobar's going to do the surfboard on Breeze. Great game of mostly car and car insurance. Yeah, that's what that one was from, a car insurance. I think it's Geico. It might be Allstate, but I think it's Geico. Escobar goes for cover and Breeze kicks out. Do they sell him? Sometimes. Yeah.
Your florists don't sell ham? Just chicken and sausage?
Insurance. Insurance. Because we were talking about car insurance commercials. And Gamer said, I don't know nothing of these American commercials. Do they sell ham? Maybe sausages, Gamer. Yeah, it was kind of unlike Titus. Raleigh, you're correct. Did you watch Raw yet?
Yes.
Sheena?
Yes.
Did they show the Titus O'Neil with the Matt Riddle segment backstage?
Yeah. Right before Sheamus came and whacked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raleigh thought it was funny.
That actually was kind of funny. Because everybody that he goes to his little business thinkings, they're all like, get the fuck out of here.
Wrestling Forever said, great gamer. If you go to a Subway restaurant, yes, Subway will have him, Gamer.
His eyes
Definitely.
forever like this. Like, forever. Like,
Well, that's what happens when you eat 30 fucking edibles.
no, that's what his are like all the time. Matt Riddle's. His are like,
Oh,
Yeah, you know what I
yes.
he's like, yo, bro, what about bro nuts? That's pretty cool. We could make bro nuts, make big butts.
Yeah, I used to like Riddle when he was in NXT. I like him less now. I almost think they're kind of doing the same thing with him that they did with R-Truth. And they're kind of trying to make him into a comedian angle. He's just less good at it.
R-Truth is amazing at that.
I love R-Truth. I mean, and I think it's a shame that they use him that way, but it's almost like he's like accepted it and he's like, fuck it.
Right.
Yeah. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Amazing.
Right.
He's like,
I absolutely love him.
4, 7, 11.
I-95. I love when he added the I-95 when he was in Massachusetts.
Cumberland Farms champion.
Yeah, I've heard Wrestling Forever that it depends on the character of whether or not they get scolded for or get a lecture for forgetting their lines. Like there was one that it was Shawn Michaels had said back when he was in DX and DX was bad that he had, oh no, it was Christian said that he had forgotten his lines and went out back expecting a lecture from Vince. And he automatically said, Vince, I'm so sorry. I forgot what I was supposed to say. And Vince was like, well, you're a heel, right? And Christian was like, well, yeah. And Vince was like, then it doesn't matter what you say. And he was like, oh, okay. And do you know, just a little trivia, you know how that's how Vicky Guerrero's Excuse Me came about?
No.
Because the very first time in an interview I saw with her for Table for Three, she said when she went out that day, she started saying her lines and then forgot the rest of them. She's like, and as I'm stumbling in my head trying to think of what they were, I was just like, excuse me? She was like, and the crowd reacted to it. So I just kept doing it until I remembered what I was supposed to say.
Good for her. Because it was very annoying, but it was her.
Right. It definitely became her thing.
Right. It was so annoying though, but it was her.
Yeah,
She's in another company too, right?
she's in AEW.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yep, she's a manager now. And I think part of the reason is Eddie Guerrero's daughter wrestles there.
Awesome.
So I think that's part of the
Dude,
reason.
I need to watch AEW. What the fuck?
Like, I think it might have been like a package deal
They called
that
me.
they were willing to take the daughter if Vicky came with her.
The cable people called me today and they're like, what do you they're like, well, you pay this much for internet and this much for phone. We can get you like a week free of this streaming app. It's just a streaming app for the cable. No. Because I'm gonna need that, and then I'm gonna have fees with that, and then it's gonna end up being like $50 and I'm good. Nope.
Yeah, especially, and I think, especially at this point where there's less and less people going with cable because everything you can get now by streaming. Like,
Right. I might have
there's
to
all
wait.
kinds of different streaming apps, and
I'll wait that day to save me all that money.
yeah. Hello, bubbies. That was Mama's leg.
Oh, my cat was just over here.
Oh, really? I thought she wrestling forever. Thank you. But she doesn't have the Guerrero last name, right? Someone was saying they changed her last name and that it's not Guerrero. I mean, Guerrero.
Is it gross? The cat's gonna jump over there.
Thomas, one of your girlfriends is coming.
No, she's being a wacko.
Oh, okay. I got you, wrestling forever. Raquel Diaz, that's what it was.
What the heck?
So yeah, Sheena, her name is Raquel Diaz on
I'm gonna have
ECW.
YouTube it. AEW.
AEW, sorry.
Yeah, not ECW. That was like before her time.
Yeah, Raleigh.
Oh,
Yep, Vicky Guerrero's daughter is on AEW, and now Vicky Guerrero is too. The daughter's been on for, I want to say, like almost a year. And it was big when people found out who she was. And some people felt like it was a little disrespectful for her to go under a different name. But then we talked about it and we were like, can kind of see it. Like there's some second generation wrestlers that don't want to be, especially somebody like Eddie Guerrero. Can you imagine the amount of pressure that girl would be under
Yes.
with how great her father was in the ring? And she was with NXT. Yeah, she was. And they released her. If you've seen manager, she's on tonight. Yeah, I have seen her. She wrestled was it last week? Yeah, she wrestled last week and the week before. And Vicky was with her then. And I remember some people wondering that they were thinking how they wanted to know what Vicky thought about having to work with Nyla Rose because she's a transgender. And where I think Vicky Guerrero is kind of like wholesome, not wholesome, but like old school beliefs and things. But yeah, it's a tag team bout, right, Raleigh? It's the Bunny and Nyla Rose versus I forget who now. Io Shirai. Right, Kathy. And I know that some second generation wrestlers feel like that. Like I know Ricky Steamboat tried wrestling. And he actually left wrestling because he felt like too many people had very high expectations of him because of how great his father was. And like he didn't want to have to be under that pressure because he didn't feel like he wrestled at the level his father did.
I've walked 130 steps.
Yeah,
I burned 4 calories.
that's true wrestling forever. But if you think about it too, Vicky wasn't involved with wrestling back then. The only time Vicky had ever been involved in WWF back then was during the Who's Your Daddy segment. That bitch almost looks like freaking Becky Lynch. I don't think it is, but it kind of looks like her with her haircut. Huh. Interesting. I think Becky Lynch is a little bit taller, though.
I think she's coming back soon.
Yeah. Yeah, Raleigh. I thought the same thing. That I was happy that one of his kids went into wrestling. I mean, if you think about it, it's such a big. Yeah, I don't think it is her. Just when I first looked at her quick, I thought, is that Becky Lynch? But I don't think it's her. I think it's someone that just kind of looks like her because she's not dressed the way Becky would dress, and she kind of looks different from her now that I look at her good. It's like a newer tag team, I think, going against Candice and But yeah, Wrestling Forever. I thought the same thing about Vicky. I don't think she would truly have a issue with it. Especially in this day and age, you know what I mean? Yes, Seth, next weekend is WrestleMania. I was thinking about that yesterday, Sheena, because my boss at the prison texted me. And she's like, I wanted to know if there's any way that you could come in one day. I have a project. You can come in on the afternoon if you want. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what day would I do it? There's like only one day that I wouldn't be like rushed to get home to be on the stream. Candace and Indy Hartwell on tag team. Tay Conti and Sheeta versus Bunny and Nyla tonight. Got Riley. Yep.
Brianna wants to know what you do at the prison.
I work in the infirmary and draw blood.
That's it?
She's a phlebotomist.
That's it.
Oh, I can ask you. What's the craziest thing you've seen?
What'd you say?
She was going to ask the craziest thing you've seen.
Oh. Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you met your daughter's mother, so.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually seen men insert things in their genitalia.
And the penis?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Like drugs?
She said drugs?
No, like dominoes and marbles.
How do you get that hole so big?
I don't. I've never had the want to ask any of them. I think they slowly stretch, and they do it. The way they do it is weird. They separate, like, you know how there's that thin layer of skin over the actual other layers of skin?
Mm-hmm.
I think they separate that from the rest of the skin layers on the penis. So I think they work at it slowly. And there was one guy that we believe he did it wrong because the like 10 o'clock at night, the COs bring him down to the infirmary. He was bleeding and couldn't get the bleeding to stop, and we couldn't get the bleed. I remember me and my RN. Raleigh, that's how most men look at it. There was this one guy, me and my RN had to put a pressure dressing on it and send him out to the hospital because he wouldn't let us take it out.
Wow.
And we couldn't get the bleeding to stop. And the funniest thing is, I remember there was one guy. I was in with the nurse practitioner because they always had to have a chaperone when they looked at any men's private parts.
Yeah.
And I'm in there, and he's got 3 marbles in a row. And she looks at it, she looks at him, and she goes, now you did that to yourself, right? I'm in my head, I'm like, no, Rosie, they just kind of went in there all by themselves. And she goes, can I ask why? And he said, for my girlfriend, my partner. I'm like, you really think any woman is going to let you near her with that thing?
He might have been talking about his girlfriend in there.
That
But just think
yeah, Raleigh. That one usually, especially men, like when I first start, Zamron, hey. When I first, oh, go ahead.
How do they pee?
It doesn't block their pee, but I think depending on how they do it, like if they do it that way, it doesn't interrupt their pee flow. But if they do it through the actual urethra, I think it would.
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
regret asking.
She said she regrets asking. I don't.
People usually do, Bree. Don't feel bad.
It's awesome. That's
When
cool.
I first started working at the prison, that's how I get people to stop asking me, you must got some stories to tell. I would tell them that story and they would never ask me again.
My cheer coach used to work at
It could have been sucked out real nice, Kathy. Hey, Zimran, how are you? What's up with the little fucking dog? There's like a little dog running around the NXT
Oh,
building.
I don't even hear a dog. And I'm like, Kata, she's like a bear.
Raleigh said, I wish you hadn't asked that question.
I think it's great.
Sorry, guys.
She's sorry. Forgive her. Her birthday is in like at 6:48 tomorrow night.
No, we gotta stay up till midnight.
He had to go.
I don't think I should go to school tomorrow.
You're going to school.
It's just make it work.
He could not stay tonight.
I'm gonna do that now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back on another commercial.
When?
Today. She told me to tell you.
Oh, I was like, not today.
Because I told tomorrow's her granddaughter's birthday too. So I said, we got to message Sam tomorrow. And she said, oh yeah.
She didn't even call me.
Tell
Have
Bree.
her in there.
Tell Bree I said happy birthday.
Did she forget she had my number?
No.
What if Denise texts me?
But
How do I text her back?
Just say thanks. That's it.
What if she has something?
Don't. No. How does it mean?
Thanks, and then
Thanks.
the funny thing is, that we used to have this black man. He was gay, and he was he kind of reminds me of like if our truth was very flamboyant. That's what this guy would remind me of.
what does that have to do with me?
And he had the smoothest skin, Sheena.
Yes.
And I used to always say to him, how the fuck, being in prison, do you get skin that smooth? And he would go into detail about like how he made his creams and shit. Like the man did not have one pimple, one blemish, nothing.
What was his secret?
It was, I think different types of oils and lotions that he mixed together to make his own concoction.
You should
It was
sell
like cocoa butter and like a couple of other things they could get in canteen because they can't get like beautifying products,
Right.
especially at a men's prison. But yeah.
Yeah, I need his secrets because here, oh wait, right there and here. I'm like, come on, Sheena. You look like a polka dot.
Yeah, Raleigh. I think so. He just had to go tonight. Oh, Zach Gargano. No. Roderick Strong
My dog got mail today.
got mailed.
Yeah. No, she got mail.
Oh, she got mail.
Yeah. Her license.
Oh.
renewed. It was,
Yeah, for the year.
renewed.
Yeah. Tilly and Thomas has got mail. I had to actually do a mail call because they got treats from viewers.
Well, thanks. But I think it looks horrible. I am polka dotted.
Zoe Stark.
Nobody knew. Nobody knew. What are you doing?
So who is Zoe Stark? Oh God, she's going against freaking Gonzalez, Raquel Gonzalez.
She reminds me of China when China first started.
Yeah, she does.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
I bet this travel. I bet it was Wrestling Forever. It's Raquel Gonzalez versus Zoe Stark. Really. And I think Wrestling Forever, one of the reasons is right before the travel ban got put into effect, they had just started having NXT UK wrestlers come to regular NXT and wrestle matches here. Like they had the feud between Undisputed Era and God damn it, I always forget the name. Walter's group there.
Oh, and hold up.
Imperium.
There you go. I was, you know what I was going to say? Incognito. And I'm like, no, that's not it, Sheena. Shut up.
Oh, Raquel is so good and taller than a lot of the girls on NXT. Good point. Sheena reminds me of China too.
I remind you of China? That's right. I bet it.
No, I think he was saying good point. Sheena
Oh.
reminds me of China too. Yeah, that's why, like we were saying last week, I hope Gonzalez goes to the main roster soon because she is so much bigger than the other girls on NXT.
Yeah.
I think she would have a better time wrestling with the other girls because a lot of them are taller than.
Her and Charlotte would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, like Charlotte and Tamina, and I think her and Tamina would be really good if they, yeah, especially if they made like a tag team. Can you imagine?
X too.
Mm-hmm.
Have somebody big for her too.
Yeah.
Because I think she belongs there. I just don't think there's enough girls her size.
Yeah.
The competition, like
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like it just seems so uneven, like the competition level.
her and Lana, really. Squish her like a bug.
Yes. Oh yeah, Seth? How dare you?
He cheated.
He did.
But the first step is admitting it, so we're on number 1.
Right, right. First step is admitting when you're wrong, Seth.
Right.
So, like, see, because like right now, Gonzalez is kind of, she has Zoe Stark in a hold that she can't get out of, and she's kind of just flopping around. Her and Tamina or Raquel and Charlotte. Ooh, hope Charlotte come back soon. I love Charlotte. Not many people like Charlotte. She great, not very nice. Week for Charlotte this week. Hope she's okay. Yeah.
I just went blank. Hold on.
All right, Gamer.
Gamer.
We'll talk to you later. Love you.
Enjoy
I
yourself.
agree. She's talented. I wonder why Nia was promoted to main roster if they knew she would not have good competition. I think part of that Wrestling Forever is because even when she was on NXT, she didn't have good competition. If you think about it, she was the biggest woman in both weight and height when she was in NXT. That's possible to continue the feud with Asuka.
Asuka. I like Asuka.
Me too.
I think she's a funny commentator too. I know I don't understand a word she says, but it must be so exciting.
And the way she like comes out with it.
And she cheers for everybody. It's not just one, it's everybody.
Yeah. That's almost like when they first started doing the no audience, when Nikki Cross in her match was like getting on the turnbuckles and like doing this, and Triple H was on the commentators table. It was like, look how great Nikki is. There's no audience, and she's still trying to get them into it. Doris, if Seth keeps standing up and admit when he's wrong, he will get a 1-year chip.
Yes, we should give him a day one. I'm proud.
Bailey, actually, there's something going on with Bailey. I think she's injured, and I think that's why she hasn't been on. And as far as the Riot Squad, I think the next ones, they may be the next ones in line for a tag team title match, because I think they want a number one contenders. Yeah, that would be cool. If Bull Nakano came back and was in Asuka's corner. Bull Nakano was a badass bitch. Do you remember Bull Nakano, Sheena?
Oh,
She was this huge Japanese wrestler. And
I might know her from face though.
she like the way she had her hair, the front of her hair went straight up, and then the back was just like flat and it was long. And they would talk to, like, the announcer, the interviewers would talk to her, and she would very calmly, no matter what was going on, speak in Japanese. And she would, and that's exactly how she did it. Like, it was very low key, and it was just hilarious to watch. She was in a feud for years with Alundra Blaze and Medusa. She actually was in WCW for a while too, when Alundra Blaze went to WCW.
Yeah, see, that's like when I was tiny.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch WCW at all.
Let me see if I can find a picture of her.
Yeah, 94. I was 9 years old. 94, 95 is like blurry to me. Kind of. That's when everything with my mom happened.
Like, this is a perfect picture of her.
Wrestling Forever said, careful, she's pretty scary looking.
That's what Bull Nakano looked like at the time.
Oh, yes. Okay. I didn't know she's Japanese.
Yeah, or at least she portrayed a Japanese, and her career was mostly in Japan.
Okay.
So she may not be Japanese by nationality, but I think she lived in Japan most of her life and did her training in Japan. I don't know about Nakano in WWE or Japan shoes. I love Asuka looked like when Rhea chucked the table at her. Yeah. Raleigh. It did, and that's what Cash and I were talking about on Monday, that it really did look like it really hit her, and we were questioning whether or not it did.
The table?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that did. Holy goodness.
Yeah.
If not, she made it look like it did.
Right. And I thought, like, the first thing that popped in my head was her tooth coming out a couple of weeks ago. And I
Yeah.
thought, oh, I wonder if it's not 100% healed yet, and maybe that's what it was. But she truly looked like she was hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been a storyline, and she could have just been very good at playing it off. But
Now they're gonna tag together.
yeah, Wrestling Ferrera, it was very limited back then. I think we had Alundra Blaze, Medusa, Leilani Kai. It was bigger in like Japan. So like a lot of our women wrestlers would go to Japan a lot. And like back then they would wrestle like 2-minute matches. They didn't last very long at all. It was to the point where they actually they called it defuncted the women's title
Hey,
for like
Joseph.
8 years because there like really wasn't any competition for it.
Luna.
Luna Vachon, yeah. Luna
Yeah.
Vachon was a crazy ass bitch. She was just like her uncle and her father.
Joseph's here.
Joseph Kroll! All right, Joseph Kroll. So I'm going to do the same thing to you that I did to everyone else.
And everybody else shut the frap up.
So, Cash had to leave. So, I am going to have a special guest on my show. I don't know the date yet, but it has been confirmed. It's a wrestler. It's not a current WWE wrestler, but he was a well-known tag team wrestler. Okay, mum's the word. Wrestling privacy.
Mum's the world. Okay, go.
Just
Oh, Joseph has to guess. Go, Joseph.
and yeah, it's not Drew. It's not as good as Drew. And some of the guesses we had earlier was the Great Khali. It's better than the Great Khali.
But not as good as Drew.
Holy shit, Joseph, were you fucking listening? You little motherfucker.
Yeah, he was.
Motherfucker gets it
He's
right
a
off the
cheater.
bat.
He is a cheater.
You were listening, you little shit.
Yeah, he's a freaking cheater.
So, Raleigh, it is Marty Jannetty,
Like, who just guesses that?
right?
Yeah, you
He has confirmed that he will come to the show. I'm not exactly sure of the date. Skeeter of the Round Table is the one that's actually setting it up, and they're supposed to talk about that tonight, about the exact date. So I should know soon. Skeeter's going to let me know as soon as he knows. But yes, it's actually confirmed. Yeah, Raleigh, I'm excited about it. Oh, I will. Wrestling Forever. I will. Because I can't do a stream if I don't have you people here. Nice, Joseph. Yeah, apparently Joseph Skeeter wrestled him at one point in time. Probably Raleigh. It probably will be in April sometime. Like I said, I don't know the exact date, but I should know probably tomorrow. Because Skeeter sent me the text messages. They were shooting back and forth. They were talking at like 3 a.m. this morning. I'm like, really? You're talking about my stream at 3 a.m. in the morning? Really? Yeah. It was funny because it's been like a month that he has started talking to Janetti about it because he still had his number. And I was like, wow. Oh. Yeah, that's probably good wrestling forever.
Come here.
And like Skeeter's been telling me all because he told me one night on the round table private stream that we were just having a meeting on. He's like, speaking of, I still have Marty Jannetty's number. I might be able, and he's calling Marty Jannetty at like 3 a.m. I'm like, Skeeter, it's like fucking 3 o'clock. You're gonna call him at 3 o'clock in the morning? Seriously? And he's like, what? He don't care. Oh, I had nothing to do with it, Raleigh. It was all Skeeter, man. Skeeter gets all the credit for that one. Yep. And it, like I said, it just so happened that Skeeter wrestled for a little while in his local area as an independent wrestler and happened to wrestle Marty Jannetty. And I believe he said he picked Marty Jannetty's brain at the event. So Marty gave him his number and was like, if you ever have any questions or need anything, give me a call. And Skeeter still had his number. I would love to wrestle him myself. He was and is still so yummy. Very true, Kathy. Very true. Yeah, that's what Skeeter said, Joseph. Because Skeeter was like, I'm sure he's gonna do it. He's like, he's like that. Right? And I'm sure Skeeter will be here the day that Marty comes in. So you'll all get to talk to Skeeter. She and I went to dinner and I wish I took you instead. Joseph was texting me earlier going, can I get a new girlfriend? I'm like, you can have a new girlfriend anytime you want, Joseph. And he was telling me about how she had never pissed him off before that as much as she did tonight. And he's like, I'm in my store screaming at her on the phone. Checked him through the glass. Okay, right. Great stuff. When I started watching wrestling, I watched him in the 90s. Yeah. And then, right. Shawn Michaels checked him through the barbershop window. And he wrestled singly for a while. Then he went to WCW. And then when WCW went out, he went to the independents.
Joseph said, whatever you do, don't mention Shawn Michaels.
You never know, Joseph. They might still be friends. I don't know. She got a man, Joseph.
Sorry.
I believe he does, Raleigh. I believe he still does some appearances, mostly like on independent circuits. Because I think Cash at one time said that he had wrestled for his local place when Cash was there once. I started watching wrestling in the late 60s. It sure has come a long way. That it has, Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, a lot of people, I think it's true because a lot of people say they kind of follow, like, real life, what's going on in the world. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's lasted so long is they do try to kind of stay, like, when we were fighting with Iran and the Russians, they had the freaking Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, and Nikolai Volkov came out to sing the Russian national anthem every goddamn night. Joseph, calm down. Geez, ha ha ha. Oh, Gangrel still wrestles too. Oh, thanks for answering. But yeah, that's another funny story. Nikolai Volkov, he actually started singing. He's really from Russia, and they used to play apparently the Russian national anthem on the loudspeaker, and their system was broken at one of the places they went. So the guy was like, "Can you sing?" He's like, and the guy said to him, "Do you know the words?" And Nikolai was like these people are gonna know whether it's the real words to the Russian national anthem or not. He's like, I'll be speaking Russian words. That's pretty much all they need to know. He's like, I knew most of it. Some of it at first might have been like just words I threw in there, but
What the?
right, Wrestling Forever, yeah. I mean, I still think, I mean, he might not have been as big as he was when they were the Rockers, but he was still like well enough known. Like people still know who he is, obviously. Only joking, Joseph. Ha, that's funny. Dar story about Volkov. Joe, do you care? I know I don't. Did we miss Joe Biden's speech? I don't really care. Oh, Malika the Lion Queen. I want to see Malika the Lion Queen.
What?
It was a show that they just showed that's coming up. It's about a lioness. And it was a real lioness, or it looked like a real lioness. Boris Johnson. No, I don't think I know who that is. Sheena, have you ever heard of a wrestler named Boris Johnson?
Mm-mm.
Let me see. Although he would probably go by a different name here if he wrestled here.
Raleigh's
Oh, it's their prime minister. Okay. I know who you're talking about, Raleigh. Right, Joe Shipley?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just Googled him and I knew him from his face because he was like, he had COVID back when, I don't even think COVID was here as big as it was over there. And he actually got it and was in the hospital and it was like big news. So April 13th. So the week after WrestleMania, NXT will be on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays.
Oh, fuck.
I do have it on, Joseph. And I've been like I haven't been calling the matches, but I've been saying what the matches are. Because it's mostly like just talking about TakeOver and doing like showing repeats of last week and contract signings. Oh, Kaylee, what the fuck's her last name? Can't remember. Ricochet's girlfriend is back. My mom used to get mad when midgets would wrestle the tall guys. She would yell at the TV, "That's not fair, don't do that." When the midget would get the big guy in a headlock, she would laugh. That's funny, Kathy. I think a lot of people looked at it that way too. He had COVID a year ago, quite ill. Our country tiny compared to the USA. It takes 2 hours to go across. Our country takes 5.6 hours to go across yours. Is that right? 7 to 8 hours, one side to the other. No, actually, Raleigh. If you were driving nonstop, it would probably be more than that because it takes. Let's see.
What?
So it would be a 40-hour trip. Oh, wait a minute. You could break down this 40-hour trip into 5 8-hour driving. So if you stopped, it would take about 5 days with 8-hour drives. But if you drove nonstop, it would take 40 hours to get from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Screw that.
Canizaro. Thank you, Raleigh. I couldn't remember her last name. She's going against the little possessed Japanese girl. Yeah, Wrestling Forever. I agree. I was just watching that Wrestling Forever last week when I was out of work. When he splashed Little Doink. Oh no, he splashed one of his own team members, didn't he? Oh no, it was Little Doink, I think, because it was Doink and Dink against Luna and King Kong Bundy. Oh, okay, I'm not sure from West to East Coast. Really, that's amazing. 40 hours, geez. Yeah, so what East to West Coast, Raleigh, would be basically one coast of our country to the other on the mainland, not including like Alaska and Hawaii. It would just be on the main part of the land. Little Beaver, that's who it was. Little Beaver, yeah, because it was the he was wrestling. They each had midgets for tag team partners, and it was Jim Duggan was the big guy that he was wrestling. Oh, Hillbilly Jim, that's who it was. I swear I just watched it. I really did. Is this a tag match? Who the fuck is Xia Li tagging with? One Smuggle on Impact with Heath Slater, Zack Ryder, and Kurt Hawkins, and Rhino, and TJP. Jazz was. Oh shit. So Caitlyn just kind of, not Caitlyn, yeah, Bob, I agree.
They have better writers.
Yeah. Well, plus you got to figure too. I'm sure Triple H doesn't get as involved with the storylines as Vince McMahon does.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that like the writers have to like pass everything by Vince before.
And he'll change it like right up.
Yeah,
until-
he changes it at last minute if he don't like something. My mom loved wrestling. She fell off the couch one time. She got so excited. She was only 4'11". She would cast Italian at them. We loved watching her watch them. Yeah, Kathy, my dad was my mom liked wrestling too, but my dad was definitely the more wrestling fan. That's how I got into it.
Raleigh wants to know if it's a singles match or a tag match.
I think might have been Wrestling Forever had said that he thought that Xia Li was teaming with the masked woman she's been filmed with, but I never saw anyone else but her. So I don't know if it's if it was a handicap match. Yeah, Wrestling Forever. I heard the same thing. That's what makes me kind of nervous about the whole Charlotte thing getting put into that title match. There's that fucking little dog again. Oh, somebody in really spiked boots. See you April 13th. Frankie? Reminds me so much of my mother. If my mom was still here, she would probably want to call Doris to talk about wrestling.
Was it a girl or a boy?
I think the dog or the person. It was a girl. I think it was a girl. She had like spiked boots on.
Ooh.
Yeah. All they showed, it was almost like when Carmella came back. Yeah. And she was just riding Untouchable, and you never really saw. That's kind of what it looked like.
What's today? Wednesday.
Yeah, I think Canizaro, they did a storyline where she was hurt at the hands of the girl they just wrestled. So she's been out for a few weeks. Raleigh. Why is there a dog on NXT? What's going on? That's weird. You don't see that. Well, that's what I kept saying, Raleigh, because they kept showing little clips of the dog running around the NXT center. Oh, Joseph Thomas is here. Joseph, if you're even still here. This Frankie could be the new bad girl on the roster. Could be. Yeah, I can't think of. I don't know if there was a Frankie before.
13th is the week after TakeOver, right?
Yeah, and that's the week that they go to Tuesdays.
Okay. You guys have almost a week of us.
Hey, leave my monkey munchy cheese alone. Get. Come on. I told you, leave them alone. We'll ask them. Sheena, is your freaking cat obsessed with plastic?
No, she's obsessed with paper, like toilet paper and paper towels and napkins.
Yeah, he doesn't do that, but whenever there's like shopping bags or
Yeah.
like the plastic cellophane,
I used
he
to have
he like has a tendency to want to eat it.
Yeah, she used to lick it.
Yeah. Like he'll sit there and just chew on it and suck on it and
Noise.
What cat's eating?
well, and like I read that, so I got him toys that sound like the paper
Yeah.
and he cares less about them. Because that's what like when I looked it up when he was a kitten and was doing it, that's what they said to do was try to buy toys that sound like them. Are you still live streaming Mania Week? Next pay-per-view Mania, Raw, SmackDown. Busy. So much wrestling. It's great. Yeah, Raleigh. So I don't think so. I will be doing my regular Monday and Wednesday streams. And I'll do both days of TakeOver and both days of WrestleMania. I don't think I will be doing SmackDown. And the Hall of Fame, I don't think I am going to do the Hall of Fame. We could talk about the Hall of Fame on Wednesday, though, because Hall of Fame is supposed to be on Tuesday. Yeah, so it'll be the 13th, which is the Tuesday after WrestleMania. So about 2 weeks, they'll be on Tuesday. Yep, the Hall of Fame's next Tuesday. I'm wondering if they're going to do double shows because the people from last year never really officially got inducted. Like they never had a ceremony or anything, so. And they're already announcing new people for this year. Ciampa's going to remind the world to take over. He mad. Thomas, he mad. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wrestling Forever is they'll do them both on the same night, which is why they're having them on like a separate night instead of the night before WrestleMania like normal. That is a long night, 2020 and 2021. Yep. I hope they don't cut too much out of it because you know how in the past they've only done the more popular inductees and shown them.
I have a question.
What?
This is kind of crazy, but I need to go visit LaSalle on April 10th, and I was thinking about taking.
Ooh, Ciampa said that he's going to be the next. He's going to go back to his psycho killer profile. Yeah, I love Jerry Lawler.
Listen, I could be 18 right now if I wanted to. I'm just leaving.
Yeah?
I'm just leaving.
Oh, okay.
I've been 18 for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Was that Dora? Can you hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
Hello, Dora.
That's pretty cool, Brennan.
What?
So
I said that's pretty cool.
We could just choose whatever age we want.
I'm glad that you decided that for your mother's sake that you would wait until the day she gave birth to you 18 years ago to turn 18.
Yeah, I just figured it would be the kind thing to do. I'm also waiting to move out because I know that she wants to hear. Oh, that reminds me. I need you to drive me somewhere September 3rd.
Oh,
Boston. Thanks.
okay.
Alright, I'm going around with that.
Okay.
Alright. Love you.
Okay. Love you too.
I'm probably going
I
around.
didn't mess up your stuff.
What stuff? I need my computer.
I didn't mess it up.
Okay, well, I need my computer.
What time does this end? 10?
In 20 minutes.
I was gonna watch.
Brennan, please. Can
I'll give you 20 minutes if you give me $5.
Oh, shush. Thank
have to
you.
rent my computer.
I
Brianna
think
is talking to some unknown man. Why can't we switch?
I'm talking to Doris. I know her.
Okay, so you can both switch.
I don't want to talk to an unknown man.
What do you guys? I can't even eat. I seriously think I need to go to the doctor for how much I'm eating. But no, everyone wants to see me fucking blow up like a balloon before that. Okay, 20 minutes. 19.
Okay.
It's 9:41.
Thank you, Brennan.
You're
Love
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Raleigh said he wishes he was 18 again. I still feel like 18.
What am I getting for my birthday, actually?
I don't know.
Since we got 20 minutes.
Oh.
I think that I should get help for paying for my permanent residency. That's all I want. I don't want anything else but my permanent residency.
You have to read that book.
I'll read the book, but I want help. I could just have you take it.
I can't. What?
I know how to drive.
You
not
could
legally.
just have me take what?
The permit test.
Finn Bella.
You have to take it.
Ooh, shrooms, what are you doing? I don't. Okay.
Is she over there?
Yeah.
Oh, is she in the window?
Yeah.
I shut the freaking thing.
What thing?
That, and if I move it, she's gonna move. So. Oh well.
Yeah, Raleigh. Ciampa is just talking about his match with Walter. He's going to face Walter at NXT TakeOver. I think for the UK title.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that what that commercial meant the other day? When it was like titles uniting or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
I seen it.
I know the lightweight championship match is to unify those titles.
Okay.
Hello, Wolfie.
Sorry to hear about you.
Oh no, Wolfie, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, we will definitely pray, Wolfie. Let me know if there's anything we can do for you. It's possible wrestling forever. Either that or maybe.
I think he was put in there so that I don't think Roman's the one that's going to get pinned to lose. I think he's gonna lose it, but I don't think he's the one that's going to get pinned to lose it. And I think that's why they added the third person to put that variable in there.
Yeah.
He could say, "You didn't pin me."
Right. And it would give him
right
standing to demand. I just I don't care if Roman loses the belt. As much as I like Edge, I don't want Edge to win the belt.
I don't either. And I like Edge.
I just don't like when part-timers win titles.
Yeah, and he was gone and now he's back and just gets a belt. That's
right.
It's not fair.
And right after WrestleMania, because he's only contracted to
Okay.
do 5 appearances.
Oh, ick.
Yeah.
That's no.
And I believe
That's like
2 of them have to be major events.
that's
So
worse than Brock Lesnar.
right. And that's my main reason for not wanting Edge to win the title.
Yeah, no. No.
Hey, Mr. J, how are you? But yeah, like that's the main reason I don't want Edge to win the title. I'm an Edge fan too, Raleigh, but yeah, um, that's how I felt with Brock Lesnar. I just don't agree with guys that aren't going to be there every week or a couple of times a month being world champion. I just don't think that's fair to the guys that are like there week after week. And like I almost wonder if, and this is what I'm thinking, Daniel Bryan's going to win the title. That's okay, Mr. J. And they're going to end up having another match with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, and it's probably going to be like a career match, and I think that's when Daniel Bryan's going to retire. That's my thought. I mean, and I would be okay if Edge won at WrestleMania as long as he has a match right after where he loses the belt. What do you want, goofy girl?
She's like, I want to go, you know where. Go tell Dad. Go ahead, Peppy.
Right? Sheena just said, go tell Daddy. You gotta listen to Auntie Sheena. She said, go tell Daddy.
He'll bring you out.
It'll be interesting to see Daniel Bryan's second retirement ceremony. Yeah, I almost wonder if they're gonna have it as big of an event because it will be
Have one.
right. Because like last time he retired because of an injury, he was forced to. But yeah, so usually they do Raw versus SmackDown the week after WrestleMania. Sometimes they do, but I'm definitely. That is usually closer to Survivor Series, though.
What's after Fastlane?
WrestleMania.
No, I meant. You know what I meant. What's after WrestleMania?
Oh, what's after WrestleMania? Probably. I would think Money in the Bank.
Is it? You might be right. Hey, Google. What event is after WrestleMania?
Here's a summary from people.wikipedia.org. Way has the WrestleMania Revenge Tour after WrestleMania at the beginning of the year and the Survivor Series Tour at the end of the year in the UK. These include the Raw, SmackDown, and an ECW taping.
What?
What'd she say?
She was talking about ECW, all kinds of Survivor Series.
Oh.
Hey Google, what is the next event after WrestleMania in the WWE?
I think you want to hear what's on your calendar. Is that right?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
We can't talk to her. She's stupid.
Let's see.
She said, I think you want to hear what's on your calendar. No.
All right, let's see. So WWE pay-per-view calendar for 2021. Go tell Daddy. Takeover Vengeance Day we just had. Elimination Chamber Fastlane. Hall of Fame. Stand and Deliver. WrestleMania. So that covers WrestleMania. Money in the Bank is May 16th. Really? Oh, yeah, because WrestleMania is in April. So May 16th will be Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Backlash is June 13th. Extreme Rules is June 11th. SummerSlam August 22nd. Clash of Champions in September. Hell in a Cell in October. Survivor Series in November. And then TLC in December 19th.
There you go.
So now is the Battle Royal for Finn Balor's championship. I think John Cena should come back as Hollywood heel like The Rock. 0203. The only thing about that Wrestling Forever is right now he's got a couple of shows that he's doing. I think he's got a couple of movies coming out. So I don't think he would be able to. I mean, unless he literally does it like The Rock and comes back like once a year. Mr. J said Google is more confused than Alexa.
She is too much.
Oh, I absolutely love LOMIS. Everybody's fighting and he's just standing in the corner and nobody wants to go near him. I mean, went around the hosts. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, ooh. But submission doesn't work in a Rumble, Pete. Kushida. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Kushida and Pete Dunne just eliminated each other. And Kushida still has Pete Dunne on an armbar. That's funny.
What do you think that you think it is?
Can I open it?
Mm-mm.
So we're down to the final 6.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Wrestling Forever. I get what you mean now.
Christmas. We had to do birthday before birthday?
No.
I'll let you open yours early.
Down to the final 6 combatants in the Battle Royal.
As Johnny thinks it is.
Mm-mm.
As Johnny thinks we should do.
Mm.
John, you think I should be able to open the present now?
So we got.
He said it's up to you.
I hope they don't make LA Knight win this match. I actually kind of hope Dexter Loomis wins this match. Joseph, I hope you're watching. On your game.
Here's Gary.
Gary! It was a little sore today, Gary. I think because we're supposed to get rain tonight. So I think that's why it was sore. But I put some ice on it and.
You should.
What?
You should do it. Let's take a community vote. John, raise your hand. I mean, don't raise your hand. Raise your hand if we think we should open it tomorrow. Doris is included too.
What are we raising our hands for? What are we opening tomorrow?
Raise your hand if you think I should get to open my gift now. Raise your hand. Thank you. John, raise your limb. That's 2 on 2. Let's wrestle it out. Right here, right now. Because I'll win. I don't care if you're my mom. I'll win. So I get to open that box.
Yeah, Gary, we're supposed to get rain. They said late tonight it's supposed to start and then rain all day tomorrow. It was starting to get very windy here this afternoon. So I'm sure we got that same weather that you had coming.
Wrestling Forever said, wait for your birthday to keep the magic.
If there's no magic, I know what it is. I know what it is. Wrestling Forever. Say yes.
I'm eating pizza.
She's eating pizza, Gary. Hers was ordered, though, unlike my Tony's knockoff of Elio's pizza. I bought it when Jimmy went to Vermont and then never ate it. And he was in the garage, so I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to heat up that pizza.
No, you don't.
That proved me wrong. Open it.
Kathy said she'd ask Alexa if she should open it.
Yeah, ask Alexa. Yeah,
Hey,
ask
Google.
Google.
Should I open my birthday gift?
All right, I've got one. Here you go.
Hey,
What the hell did she say?
Bath salts. She said, hold on, I got one. And then you heard like unwrapping, and she said, bath salts.
So apparently you got bath salts, Brie. That's not too exciting. Wait till tomorrow.
My freaking Google is a druggie.
Me too, Gary. I love pizza. And that's what kills me about that stupid diet. We can only get it on special nights.
John said could be a waxing box. Waxing pot.
Wrestling Forever said she needs one of those magic 8 balls.
Right? She's opening it.
Can I do it?
Just do it.
Whoa, my
I like
gosh.
Elio's too, Mr. J.
Elios is
But
good.
this was a Tony's. It was actually pretty good. It was a 3 cheese. And it was like 2 pieces of Elio's pizza together, and I cut it in half. Oh, so Swerve and Isaiah Scott will start next week because apparently the last 6 men, as they get eliminated, will have matches.
Look what she bought me, a man.
Ooh, I got a man. Kathy, I love giving gifts,
I like opening them.
especially with the grandkids. Like I love at Christmas, I love buying them stuff and watching them open it and seeing their excitement.
Doris, it's purple.
It's purple? You got a purple man?
Yes.
It's Barney.
Barney, I love you. You love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? That was sweet. It was pretty good, this Jay. And now Grimes is trying to pay off Loomis and LA Knight
Tried to tell me it
to
was
throw themselves over the top rope. Kathy said, Sheena, is it men's underwear?
No, it's a waxing pot with all the wax so she can wax.
otherwise you wanted to do.
Love you too, Gary. And there goes Grimes. So now we're down to LA Knight and Dexter Loomis.
Ray Carson. Boom.
Mama, I can't be like those TikTokers. Hey,
Oh, so apparently it's going to be like an elimination chamber that the 6 of them go into. Because whoever gets eliminated last enters last.
you want to do your nostrils? This could be so fun.
And LA Knight's finding out what it's like to stare into Dexter Loomis's eyes. Ray, how are ya?
Brennan is
I
standing
have to
here.
sign up for LaSalle's freaking
staring
accepted
at me.
students day, and you freaking gay porn watching people are still talking.
No. Doris should tell him what she saw in prison.
I'm sure Doris saw something crazy in prison, but I need to sign up for
Bree
accepted
said
students
Doris
day.
should tell him what she saw in prison.
Loomis is about to eliminate LA Knight.
Mom, we gotta get it going. We gotta wax something. Done, we're done.
Oh,
My
close, close.
Yeah.
I'm obviously a trained professional. I'm scared.
Your cat is having issues.
Okay, well, I'm.
Oh, shit. LA Knight just eliminated Dexter Loomis, so LA Knight will be the last entrant into the elimination chamber at NXT.
All right.
God damn it.
Brennan needs his computer.
All right. Thank you for joining me, Brennan. Thank you for letting her keep it till 10 o'clock.
Anything for my
Thank
daughter.
you. Have a good night. Bye,
You
everyone.
too. Bye, everybody. Bye. So, Ray, how was your day today? Oh, it's for the North American title. So apparently, whoever wins that match, the gauntlet match, will be number 1 contender for Johnny Gargano's North American title on Thursday, game 2 of NXT TakeOver. So you put in horror movies. Yeah. Here comes Io Shirai. And I think NXT is in overtime. Oh, and I think she's calling out Raquel Gonzalez. And here comes Raquel Gonzalez. Io Shirai is going to run out to meet her. And they are going at it on the ramp. 4 referees try to break them up. They called out the rest of the wrestlers in the back. All the women trying to separate them. Gonzalez breaks free and throws Io in the ring. All the other women are climbing in the ring to keep Io away from Raquel. Io Shirai is going to fly. Oh, nope. Raquel jumped on the ring apron. Come on, Io. You are the genius of the sky. Fly. Fly! Big drop kick to Raquel, and Raquel falls to the floor. Io knocking people out in the ring. She gonna fly now? She is. Io's about to fly, people. Io's gonna fly. There she goes. She takes everybody out. She took out like 12 people. Does get this? I hear the Fiend is Bo Dallas. Now, can you believe that crap? I gotta scroll down time. I don't believe that. Sounds absurd. Wrestling my thoughts. Well, and I had heard. Oh, thank you, Mr. J. I had heard that Bo Dallas was supposed to join the new Wyatt family. And I was wondering how they were going to go about it. I don't know if he's the new Fiend or not. But it wouldn't surprise me if he was, and they ended up having two Fiends at WrestleMania. One, the real Fiend, and one, Bo Dallas. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. So, new details on Bo Dallas' involvement with the Fiend. One of the protagonists of WWE Rings who has not even been appeared in a curtain or in a match for a few minutes, literally disappearing in thin air at any moment, was the younger brother of the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. That Bo Dallas who had not been NXT Obsolete champion, and then also a couple champions on main roster, who since 2019 is no longer seen in any way on TV. After winning his latest 24/7 championship at the end of 2019, took a break from the Stanford-based company ring to clean up his personal life with WWE, who has never used it on his on-screen. Since then, no one knows exactly why. Although with him, several athletes would be held down, such as Aleister Black, Murphy, or Andrade, with the latter ultimately seeking and being released from WWE, tired of the lack of characters' ideas. In the last few hours, different sites in the sector have begun to bring online the sensational rumor that would see Bo Dallas take on the role of the new Fiend in the burned version, who has returned to torment Randy Orton in the ring of Fastlane, and who has been then challenged for a match at WrestleMania. To sweep away any kind of indiscretion in this regard, however, the well-known site Ringside News immediately thought of it, which through internal WWE sources has always remained anonymous, exclude any inclusion of Bo Dallas in this storyline of his brother Bray, denying categorically in the fact that under the guise of the Fiend there is Bo and not Wyatt. At the moment, Bo Dallas remains stationary in WWE backstage, despite being paid as an athlete who works in the company's ring, but there would be no plan for him to start immediately. So once again, the rumors about him totally unfounded. Apparently, the latest news is that he started his own business on a farm with his partner, Liv Morgan. Oh, I did not know that him and Liv were a couple, in which they have opened a real estate agency with the two, who may thus have decided that they will do after their last match. Struggles in the ring of the McMahon Company, as even with girls not finding space on WWE Square in the last period. Bo Dallas is preparing for life after WWE. He told the universe that he was going on life-changing expedition in December of 2019, and we haven't seen him since. He has been backstage in recent memory, but hasn't appeared on TV. Liv Morgan and Bo Dallas are a couple and have a farm together. They are also starting their own family real estate business. Bo Dallas could make a return to WWE as long as he's under contract, but not the man in the Fiend suit. So, Gary, apparently that is a rumor, but I'm sure that, like a lot of other storylines, that they kind of want to keep the surprise. I know that there have been people who confirm when online sleuths figure out the storylines. If they confirm them, a lot of times they end up fired or punished for confirming the storyline. So, it's kind of hard to tell, but I had been hearing rumors, like I said, that he was going to be part of the new Wyatt family when there was rumor that they were going to have a new Wyatt family. Let's see what this talks. Until they said Titus O'Neil would host WrestleMania, I didn't know he was still under contract. Yeah, the only reason I knew he was under contract because they talked about him being an ambassador for WWE a lot. So he's basically one of the ones that don't wrestle as much, but kind of like the Big Show was doing. He shows up at a lot of events and speaking engagements. So, like, the only reason I knew that he was still under contract as far as Titus O'Neil was I would see him in backstage segments every now and then. All right, so this was released 3 days ago. So a rumor killer has emerged regarding some recent talk about potential plans for The Fiend. Something that picked up steam on social media for whatever reason was the suggestion that it's actually Bray Wyatt's real-life brother, Bo Dallas, under the new Fiend outfit. Ringsider News, which had many of its reports confirmed by the likes of Dave Meltzer and Fightful in recent times, is reporting that it is simply a crazy rumor and not accurate. Bo Dallas hasn't appeared on WWE programming. We already covered that. The Fiend, with Alexa Bliss in his corner, is set for a match against Randy Orton at WrestleMania, which presumably will include similar cinematic, supernatural elements as the rest of their program up to this point. That match has been confirmed for the second night of WrestleMania. So, but like I said, I mean, I had been hearing for months that Bo Dallas was going to join. And I thought that true when I had read a report that he was still under contract and he wasn't one of the ones released, like when Curtis Axel was released. So I thought, oh, maybe that is true. And like I said, it could still be true. And they're trying to just put a squash on it. And yeah, Wrestling Forever, just like The Undertaker in 94. So if they have Randy Orton, yeah, Gary, WrestleMania is 2 nights. It's Saturday and Sunday night. It was last year too, because there were no fans. But this year they're going to have a certain number of fans in the audience, which I think will be cool. But they kept it at the 2 night because that was what they had already said it would be. And I was almost wondering maybe if they're going to keep it that way because like last year's WrestleMania had such a success. They may be using this one to figure out if with an audience, if it would still be as much of a success, because they can have way more matches without like getting people so zoned out. Because you know how sometimes when a pay-per-view is so long, you kind of almost lose interest. So maybe that's their way of combating that, is making it 2 nights where they can put more matches in, but not kind of zone people out with too long of a program. Should disguise as the Fiend to trick and get payback on Alexa Bliss. Well, Alexa Bliss is supposed to be in the Fiend's corner. So, and last night was the last Monday Night Raw. Oh, no, because we'll still have next Monday. So we'll have to see what happens on Monday before Mania. That should be the show that'll tell us a lot of the confirmed storylines of what's going to happen at WrestleMania. So for next week, NXT will be Wednesday and Thursday, because they made TakeOver 2 nights. And then after WrestleMania on April 13th, NXT will be on Tuesdays. They announced it tonight on Monday Night Raw. Oh, okay. I got you, Wrestling Forever. I see. Do you mean Lacey or Charlotte? Yeah, Ray, she tested positive for COVID. That's why she hasn't been around. Let's see. So apparently there was some confusion over whether or not Charlotte Flair was pregnant. There was an article released today that said WWE phone call sparked Charlotte Flair pregnancy confusion. So, because apparently the time she's been out, I was correct, has gone beyond her quarantine for the COVID-19 diagnosis. So apparently Andrade ended up reporting on a Lucha Libre online Facebook page Monday that WWE medical personnel told Flair she was pregnant, but it turned out she wasn't. About 15 days ago, 2 things happened. When I asked for my release, it was on a Monday. The following day, I had things with the company and I got COVID, and my girlfriend also tested positive. Andrade said in Spanish, according to a translation by Carlos Toro for Fightful. Andrade then said, according to the translation, that roughly 3 weeks ago, Flair received a phone call from the same WWE doctor who told Andrade last year that he was suspended for violating the company's wellness policy. She was a little scared, asking, what's happening, what's going on? Andrade said they told her that she was pregnant. She was confused because we went to a pharmacy, we bought a pregnancy test, and everything came out negative. How does a doctor, supposedly one of the best, go and tell her that? It was the same doctor who said I tested positive. Was that a lie too? WWE didn't even do anything about it. No blood testing to make sure. So it fell on us to go the next day, get tested to see if she really was pregnant. We did that on our own. Only then afterwards, WWE offered to help. But they took her out of storylines because she wasn't cleared because she was pregnant. 4 days after more testing, WWE didn't even say anything. They pulled her out of the storylines. Falia's camp then released a statement, which they confirmed the pregnancy story, but said she was in context lost in translation. A few weeks ago, Charlotte received a call from W. That all happened before Falia tested positive for COVID, per Falia's camp. This put a lot in context for her, mainly how small a woman's career window is. The men are able to work well into their 50s, while the women are seen as older in their 30s for an athlete in her prime. Falia remained off TV during Monday's episode of Monday Night Raw. WrestleMania will be held April 10th. WWE did not respond to a request for a comment. So, I think this is basically going to be a definite, in my opinion, that WWE is going to add her to the WrestleMania match. Because if you think about it, by taking her out of the storylines, they took away her WrestleMania appearance. I think WWE is going to be like, all right, we fucked up, so let's give her this. AW, to me, didn't win the wars. They barely. I wonder if this was due to Charlotte's supposed heat fake diagnosis to get her out of the way. Charlotte Flair was supposed to be medically suspended, but she can't stand to be out of the spotlight. Something screwy in WWE. So yeah, I mean, God only knows if they actually found the results that doctor released, telling her that she was pregnant. So yeah, I mean, let's see. If it was Oscar or Ripley, I would be mad. All right, so let's see. I mean, I can't imagine them doing a urine pregnancy test on her, but I can't imagine them getting a blood test wrong. Well, I highly doubt that. I'm looking up reasons for a high HCG level, which is how they find pregnancy. I mean, the only thing I could think of is they say that your body will produce higher HCG levels after you get rid of an egg, like after your monthly menstrual period. So maybe that, it's so hard to guess. Yeah, Gary, I think so. Hey, Lutz, how are you? right, I will check. I was on my email earlier. I didn't. Let me go see. Of course, AEW women are not focused as much. Too many factions. Kiss Statlander returned tonight on AEW, which was a lot of returns tonight. Yeah. You are correct, Mr. J. Lots I ordered 5 baseball bats from eBay and they went to Seattle instead of my home. Ah, that sucks, Gary. Ray said the alien is back. So uh, that's cool. Let's. All this hype just keep people coming back. There was no problems. It wouldn't be fun. Correct, Kathy. So I just responded to your wife. So go tell Daddy. Did she get my email Saturday, Lutz? Because I responded to the original one she sent me too. I think Cody Rhodes supports women's wrestling. It's TNT or the cons who are keeping them down. Gary bought his girls new baseball bats. Yep, that's exactly who it was, to Gary. Me too, Lutz. What I did, Lutz, was I gave your wife our actual address because with FedEx it's easier, and UPS it's easier to go to the house because I know they don't deliver to PO boxes. I think Cody Rhodes read that. Is Omega running the women's division? I don't know, Ray. I really don't know who's running what. Oh, okay. Yeah. I gotcha. All right. Yeah, Ray, we were talking about that on Monday. They're reporting that they're editing a lot of old Attitude Era out. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't really watched any WWE content on Peacock yet. I've been taking advantage of the network while I still have it, while it's still up and running, which I think is ending very soon. Oh, cool. Thank you, Lutz. So yeah. And I know that Cash had said on Monday that he saw an interview with Stephanie McMahon, and she kind of was hinting at the fact that once Vince steps down, their plan was to buy back the network and expand it like the way they had originally planned. Vince McMahon had been against the network since the beginning. He thought it was stupid. He thought they were going to lose money. And that was why he was against doing the tiers, which apparently that was Shane, Hunter, and Stephanie's original idea. And apparently that was a stipulation that Stephanie, from what she had hinted at, what was put in the contract with Peacock, was that after a year, WWE would have the option of buying back the network. So we will have to see if that actually is true. But unfortunately, for the time being, like we were talking about on Monday, right now WWE has no say in whether or not Peacock edits any of their content, because as far as stuff on the network, Peacock now has the rights to it until WWE, if they should choose, buys it back. But like we were saying, WWE still owns like the physical material for it, so they would be able to still release DVDs and things like that, which maybe if Peacock does edit a lot and fans do show their frustration over that, maybe that's what WWE will do. Maybe they'll start releasing like best ofs, the shows on DVDs, and keep the stuff that Peacock decides to edit out. Well, and one thing, Ray, the WWE network didn't really have a whole lot from the 60s and 70s, unless you knew specifically what you were looking for. Most of their vault stuff and classics that I've seen has only gone back to the 80s. Unless you looked for like specific wrestlers or specific matches. But I can look again and go back further. I know they had territory stuff in there, so that may be what you're talking about. Yeah, Wrestling Forever. Mostly because back then it was a lot more bloody than it was even in the Attitude Era. Because the wrestlers would cut a lot. Like if you see wrestlers that wrestled back then, you'll see the scars on their foreheads from them cutting themselves because they would make big cuts and they would make deep cuts. So they would bleed a lot. Yeah, Ray. And I know some people are looking to that, hoping that that's what WWE decides to do. A lot of views of old wrestling house shows on YouTube. I'm sure they have a plan on maybe dropping the net. True. I wonder if editing old content was part of the deal. But like you said, Vince does not care. Right. Hey, Davida. Yep. Stu Hart had a Canadian one, yeah. Jim Cornette owned one. But yeah, so I mean, that's my only thought is we'll just have to see how it plays out as far as like WWE goes and what their, if they even have a reaction to Peacock editing stuff. I mean, but like I said, legally, I don't know if they would have a standing. But again, like I also said on Monday, I don't know what the exact wording was in the contract either. They could have put stipulations in there on like Peacock not tampering with the original footage. But if you think about it too, there was some stuff that WWE edited out of there too. Like some more of the sexual stuff that WWE edited out. Oh, nice. Yeah, Gary, that's what I usually do if I want to watch old, like really old matches. I usually look them up on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, and I can see that in with everything that's going on with the world. I could see them editing out that stuff. It's the same pile, just a different day, Dorito. Yeah. I got you, Wrestling Forever. You know, Ray, I was just watching that match. And I thought the exact same thing. I was watching it on the network when I was out of work last week. And that was the first thing that came to my mind, was that would be edited out. They may even remove that whole match, which I guess would be the only way they would be able to do it, is remove the whole match between Piper and Bad News or whatever his name was. Yeah. I mean, and I can see it mostly because look at all the flack that a lot of people are getting from things they did of that nature 30 years ago. Like, Right, Gary? Bad News Brown. That's what it was. Thank you, Ray. But yeah, so I can see them editing that out. I mean, and granted, it is one of the classic matches for Roddy Piper, but at least it would still be on the DVD. You know what I mean? All right, guys. I think I am going to shut down and get ready to go to bed. I have a four-legged creature here who wants to go out to. I don't know about that, Ray, because I think there were just accusations of that. And it was never like they had as many denials as they did accusations of the girls that trained with her. So I think, especially where she's not even alive anymore, there's no way to confirm or deny any of it. So love you too, Gary. And I will let you guys know about the Mighty Jannetty thing, like when it's going to happen. Other than that, I love you all. Everyone take care of yourselves. Don't forget to say prayers for Wolfie. And I will talk to you guys soon. I love you. Mwah. Good night. And be safe. And live long and prosper. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.